Someone had told me about soaps, and I said, what are soaps? I never watched television, never watched episodic television except the few times that I was on. I was enamored of Ingmar Bergman and Fellini and Godard and Kubrick and what have you, and television basically didn't interest me. And I remember at Arthur Jacobs' parties, the head of NBC Daytime said, you know, why'd you come by? Maybe, you know, star in one of those things or whatever. I thought. So, never was interested. And then they said, well, they'd like you for 3 months. Would you go and meet them? So I met them. And very reluctant. But I signed for 3 months. Hated it, the first 3 months, because of the enormous speed, the lack of respect. What is endemic in daytime television is sort of a lack of respect for the medium by everyone who is involved with it, except for Bill Bell, who had great respect for it, obviously. But so the entire atmosphere, from stage managers to crew to everyone, just sort of thought they were doing, you know, and I thought, why do you people think that? It's the hardest work there is in television. No one works harder. So I just, the whole atmosphere I didn't like. I wanted out after 3 months. And then Bill wanted me to stay longer. Would you sign for a year? So, it's okay. And after the year, the first year, I was so depressed, I said, I gotta get out of here. I can't do this. Again, because of this, the appetite of daytime is so enormous. It's so avaricious. It just eats you up unless you gain the right perspective. And again, I long talked with my wife. And she said, why don't you use this as a challenge and instead of fighting it all the time? And then we changed producers on Y&R because some things needed to be changed. But they said, no, this is written in stone. You can't change anything. I said, you must be kidding. Shakespeare changed things. Serious? Every set I've ever been on, they changed things. Ad hoc. And then Wes Kinney came, the producer Wes Kinney. And he's the reason I stayed on that show. Because when I went to Wes and said, you know, this doesn't make any sense, how about changing? He said, damn right, absolutely, boom. He trusted my instincts. And then another producer called Ed Scott, who had learned from Wes Kinney, also was willing to listen. And Bill knew I changed some things, but he never let it be known that he knew. Because he knew that I did it for the best interest of the show. And I never changed characters or whatever, nothing like that, but sometimes this is a visual medium we are in, television. It ain't radio, it ain't talk, it's visual.